Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back. Oh, we're getting a late start today. I was early. I was on time, and for whatever reason, I'm using this. Well, I was using it. This GoPro 4K because it could go on top of my monitor pretty easily, and I just velcroed it on because I'm not expert creator or YouTuber. So that's the setup I was using. It was working fine for like the last 11 months. And every once in a while I'd have to take the battery out of it. Even though it's plugged in, I'd have to take the battery out of it to like reset it. And I was trying to take the battery out of it, and the whole like half of the battery case, I ripped it off. So needless to say, I don't know how I'm going to get the battery out of the GoPro that I was using for the camera, and so I had to switch over to my laptop camera. So that's where I'm at. That's what happened just minutes before, and so here we are, late to our own party by 3 or 4 minutes, and it's because of the GoPro. Uh, I have another actual real camera that I could probably set up, but I don't know. It's gonna be a weird, it'd probably be a weird angle. The GoPro just gave like the best possible angle. It's not that it was like extremely high definition or anything like that, but here we are. Here we are, Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, and we've got the camera on the laptop. So I'm used to looking straight up. I don't know how this is going to work out, but I don't even know if I need a camera. Comment if you care if I'm on camera or not. I could always take it off for the future. You just hear my voice, but seems like most people like to see, who's talking, whatever. So it doesn't matter to me. Uh, whew, good morning, good morning, good morning, Martina. Good morning. Welcome back. If you're new to the channel, awesome. Welcome. If you're returning, even better. Good to see you coming back to the channel. And first half of the live stream, we will cover Bitcoin, altcoins. Then we'll get into the indices like the NASDAQ and the SP 500. It's weird looking all the way over the right. I'm used to looking right there, right? I'm used to looking right there. And now I have to look right over here. Then the Magnificent Seven, any other stocks or crypto assets that kind of catch our eye. The DXY, gold, silver, whatever you want. In the second half of the live stream, just make sure, Damien, good morning. Caesar, good afternoon. Lawrence, welcome back. Vehi, how do you pronounce that? Va or Vehi? Good morning. Good morning. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. So the second half of the live stream, we will chart your requests. Just make sure to put in the ticker symbol. I keep looking up there. Just make sure to put in the ticker symbol if it's crypto or stock, and all the details over there. And early bird gets the worm. So just let me know all the details. Just looking off to the right just is kind of weird. I don't know. We'll get used to it. We'll get used to it. What else? Yeah, that's second half live stream, and I don't know if we're gonna go as long today. Yesterday was like an hour and a half, right? Yesterday was like an hour and a half. I don't think we're going to go that long. Here we are. This is the Bitcoin daily chart. Still currently bearish. Still kind of battling the trending dots, right? Seems like it wants to go higher. And there was an RSI buy signal, but it's still, the MACD is still currently bearish. The MACD is still below the zero line. The daily chart is still currently bearish overall. Bitcoin, the weekly chart is still currently bearish. So even if it does flip bullish on the daily chart, it could just be coming back up to retest the trending dots, putting in another lower high possibly. Or is this a higher low, right? So we're somewhere in between. So it's been, even on the weekly chart, it's been putting in lower highs and lower lows. So is this time different? Is this time a higher low or will it just put in another lower high and then continue downward after that? So we don't have a magic crystal ball. Martina, Exxon, sure, we can look at that. So currently still bearish on the daily chart, still currently bearish on the weekly chart. The trending dots are still trending downward as well. Unfortunately, hoped I hoped Bitcoin would have gone to $100,000 Bitcoin. I keep looking up there. Habit. We've been doing it for 11 months. I hoped that we could see Bitcoin 110, 120, $130,000 Bitcoin, but it is trending in the wrong direction now, right? Trending in the wrong direction. What does the Heikin-Ashi 2-week chart look like? Yeah. So one thing, obviously, this is for education purposes only, and not financial advice whatsoever. Don't copy trade me. Don't do what I do. You have to build a strategy. You have to back test the strategy, and you have to forward test the strategy with lunch money, and then maybe after that, you can move up to leverage and stuff like that. So, anyways, here's a educational piece for you if you care about that kind of thing. Not always, but in some cases, when you've got Heikin-Ashi on and there's no wick on the candle, it's usually a sign of strength, right? So, for example, you got wick, and then you've got on this candle over here, no wick on that one, and you can see that it was a strong trend reversal, trend change, or trend or momentum momentum to the upside, right? So, like I said, not always, but here's another case where it's kind of wiki, and then this sell signal and Heikin-Ashi candle to the downside had no wick to the upside, and you can see the momentum and the strength of that trend was pretty substantial all the way until it wasn't, right? So it was looking very strong over here. Again, over here at the reverse candle, strong, less strong, right? So just something to point out. Not always, right? You can see here's a case where there was no wick to the upside and it just kind of sold back off anyways. So here's a case where there was no wick to the downside and it was very strong. No wick to the upside, to the downside, very strong. Why am I pointing this out? Well, on this current 2-week candle, there's no wick to the upside as of right now. So is that going to, it's a brand new candle, right? It's a brand new 2-week candle. So is that going to prove to be a strong momentum or strong bearish case to the downside? It's possible. It's possible. So I'm just pointing that out. I don't trade with Heikin-Ashi. I just like to look at it every once in a great while on higher time frames. But I don't. If I look at too many things and consult too many indicators or candles or Heikin-Ashi, then when you're right in the heat of the moment, how are you going to make a financial decision with real money, right? So I try not to consult too many things, but I do look at it from time to time, especially in higher time frames, just to kind of take a peek, just see if if it is confirming what I'm already seeing on the regular charts, and or is it telling a different story, right? So I do look at it from time to time. I try to consult or look at many different things, but still stick to my overall strategy. So the weekly chart also had no wick up here, right? And so, but like I said, not always is going to be a strong downtrend, candle after candle after candle, right? So, let's get back on the regular candles. So Heikin-Ashi did have a sell signal over here, again on last week, right? So had a sell signal on the regular candles as well. Still trending downward over here on the weekly chart. 2-week chart, no sell signal yet, but multiple candle closes below the trading dots. The monthly chart did wick all the way back down the trading dots. We talked before it did that. When we were looking at the reverse candle, right? It was a possibility that we could see price either come back down the trading dots, hover around there for a month or two, and then bounce and rally, whether it makes a new all-time or not, we don't know. Or like this reverse candle, it just comes back down, and then it comes all the way back down the 200-week moving average. So there we go. Doc, can you check gold? Sure. Tesla John, morning. Did you get back in MIGI? No, I did not. $2. There you go. That's the monthly chart. What else? Yeah, I'm trying to limit how many things I'm trading right now because I keep looking up there. I had a lot more irons in the fire that I wanted at any given time, and I've got looking for a bounce, maybe IOVA, sure. Anyways, let's get back to Bitcoin. But yeah, I had too many irons in the fire for trading. I don't like to have that many. I do better being hyper focused on just a handful or less. I don't do well when I have I don't do as good when I have 10 to 15 assets I have to watch, right? And then plus rigorous behind the scenes optimizing and building out and all that stuff on my latest and greatest market sampler tool that I may or may not ever roll out to the public. Most likely, I think I'm going to 99.9% sure I will be rolling it out to the Discord members because I've already been showing them and stuff like that. So it'd be weird if I didn't. But in the small chance that I just don't like what I'm seeing, then I won't. I think it's a 99.9% chance. So there's a lot of hours I've been putting in behind the scenes, which cuts into my trading time. So, and then, of course, I have a 7-week-old newborn. So there's only so much I can do. And it takes a lot of focus to trade all that. So that's the long answer of no, I did not get into MIGI because I got too many irons in the fire already, and I don't like to trade too many assets at once. But looks like it's getting a nice recovery and bounce. Let's see, it's at $2 right now. Yeah, so maybe we'll take a look at it. So that's Bitcoin monthly chart. Did come back to the trending dots so far. We'll see how the month closes. We're only halfway through the month. We are only halfway through the monthly candle. So there was a reverse candle on it. Something to be aware of. The last time there was a reverse candle, not only did price come back to the trending dots, price came back to the 200-week moving average, which was a much bigger drop than it would be this day and age. So this day and age, with the moving average continuing to move higher, it's only 48% drop to the 200-week moving average, roughly, where it was quite a bit larger drop over here, 67.5%. So we don't know. What else? Bearish divergence on the monthly chart. Bearish divergence on the monthly chart followed by a reversal candle. Is that a conversation for concern? I don't know. Before we get too deep on it, let's go over here and warm up the trigger finger on the mouse. Yes, the mouse is still working. Let's go over here and smash that like button. Hit that repost button if you're on the Twitter X app, and throw in a quick comment over here. Right? It takes 5 seconds. It takes 5 seconds. Takes 5 seconds. So there we go. Market update covering Bitcoin, altcoins, and stocks. Also your chart request, but then it just gets too long, right? It just gets too long. If you're looking for the live on X and it says market update covering blah 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 blah, but and chart requests, like maybe it would fit in there. Maybe I do kind of like that. Not to get sidetracked, but this guy's a scam. Called out his scamness back in 2021 or no 2022. This guy's a scam. In my opinion, I don't know. Don't sue me. uh, no comment. Okay. All right. There we go. Let's get back onto it. Ay, Jesse. So 376 viewers, right? Or 367 viewers right now. So YouTube's just got like 20, but they're very good at smashing the like button. So I don't need to tell them to subscribe or smash the like button. They do a very good job over there. So thank you, YouTubers. I appreciate it. What else? All right. It seems like the MACD could have a bearish crossover. It is starting to hook on the monthly chart. However, it takes time. The histogram is going down, decreasing, like it did back in 2021, but doesn't mean it couldn't bounce and rally higher like it did in 2021. This took a while to play out from where it started to hook April 2021 all the way to November 2021. And then it finally crossed over January 2022. So it is quite a bit lagging on the MACD. The Sharpshooter RSI 2.0. Some people ask me, hey, how come the Sharpshooter RSI 2.0 doesn't show decimals like the regular RSI? Well, it's because of settings, right? You got to go in the settings, and if you go to what is it? Default, and then you would go over here to 2, then that would show you 2 decimal points. So as right now, the default just has rounded up or rounded down. But if you go to 2, right, then it does 2 decimals. You can go 8 decimals over. So it's fully customizable. Fully customizable? Yeah, fully customizable. Right? You could do 8. So you could see like over here, 59.89 or whatever, like 2 decimals. But you could go all the way to 8. And then look at all those decimals over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think you need to do that. 2 is probably the highest I would go. And I do like it to have a 2, but I forget to like switch it back and forth. So I'm going to leave it at 2. It's good because sometimes you'll see divergence where the decimals on RSI or Sharpshooter RSI 2.0, it might look like 60 and 60, but it might be actually 60.01 and 59.89. So both of those would round up to 60 and it would not show divergence. So with the decimals, it would show the divergence. So there's another educational piece for you. I'm looking over here. I'm looking at all my cameras. One doesn't exist, and the other one is just a laptop camera. So how are we doing? Oh, I'm moving. There we go. In my fake living room over here. So they're interesting enough. There is bearish divergence. There was bearish divergence over here, but now the indicator is also picking up bearish divergence over here, followed by a reversal candle. Doesn't mean price couldn't spike higher, just like it did in 2021. Does not mean that. But overall trend, right? Overall trend. 2-week chart. You could even say that is bearish divergence. The indicator is not picking it up. You could even say that is an RSI sell signal. Indicator is picking it up. Not seen since the RSI sell signal April 26th. Again, doesn't mean price could not go higher. It's rare. The probabilities are lower, in my opinion, but it is possible. It could go higher after a period of time, maybe similar to 2021. There is a MACD bearish crossover. Doesn't mean it couldn't go higher and flip back around like it did in 2021, even though it did put in a lower peak over here on MACD as well, which also divergence on the MACD. But as of right now, MACD histogram is red. MACD bearish crossover, RSI sell signal, trending downward as of right now on the 2-week chart. So there we are. There we are. Breaking news, we are not going to the moon when the higher time frames look like this. Oh, there we are. Looking at the, oh my God. I keep looking at the camera. Breaking news. We are not going to the moon while the higher time frames look like this. Could the higher time frames flip around? Sure. Do I hope they do? Definitely. I would love to see them flip around and go, and Bitcoin goes to hit $150,000, 125,000. I would love it. If it hits $100,000, 90,000, 80,000, make a new all-time high at 74,000, whatever ish. But as of right now, the indicators are going in the wrong direction. The higher time frames are going in the wrong direction as of right now. So we will see. We will see. We'll see, and hopefully we'll be there for it. But I posted on the Twitter X app a few days ago several reasons why price could come back down the 200-week moving average based off of some observations that we saw, right? So there we go. There we go. And that is currently at $38,181.49. That's the SMA. What else? All right, so let's get into it on the, let's see. I think I have some drawings based off of the 4-hour chart. Right? Let's see. Drop down to the 4-hour chart, see what's going on. Right? Still somewhere in between, right? Somewhere in between that target 3 and target 4. So what's going to happen? We don't know. Buy signal, sold right back off. Pending buy signal, see how it ends up. This was a pending buy signal. This is a pending buy signal. We'll see how it plays out over here. Will it go higher? We don't know. We wanted to see if price would flip to key target 4 from resistance and support. It has not yet, right? It has not yet. So if it does flip key target 4 from resistance into support, then most likely the daily chart is flipping around bullish, and we'll see what happens from there. So it is possible that we do not go down to the 200-week moving average. It is possible the bottom is in, but we're way too early to call it, right? And this is a much lower time frame over here. So we'll see how it plays out. That's about it over here on Bitcoin. Ethereum. Let's get back on the daily chart. Still currently bearish, and Ethereum did go back down the 200-week moving average, where Bitcoin has not retested it yet. Whew. Let me get some water over here. My solo cup. Cut down on the dishes, right? Cut down on dishes. I know it's not great for the environment. Sometimes you just got to do less on dishes. Balancing baby duties is tough. 7 weeks, they're not too needy, though, besides the food. Sleep training will save you. I like BTC at the Golden Pocket for you. Yeah. So we have we decided on a nanny, and we're gonna be doing a trial run tomorrow. So we'll help out during the day, help her get situated. give the wife a break as well. But yeah, I feel like she's getting more and more sleep trained. Uh, it used to be 2 to 3 hours. And recently, breaking news, and within the last, probably 5 days, maybe almost a week, maybe, the baby's been sleeping 4 to 5 hours. And it seems like it's like creeping up to 4 to 6 hours. So it's helping out a lot, right? So the baby is sleep training herself. We take her outside on walks in, to try to help with the circadian rhythm and get her used to that and all that stuff. So yeah, we are doing what we can, and we've just been lucky. The baby's been very good. So my mom said me and my younger sister were very good babies. Uh, so I'm sure the payback will happen once she's a teenager, because once me and my younger sister became teenagers, it was hell on wheels. We were wild. We were wild animals. So that will be, hopefully she doesn't take after, if she is a good baby throughout the whole process, we probably are going to have some issues when she becomes a teenager. Payback. I We're not out of the woods yet, right? We're not out of the woods yet. So let's see. So Solana still bearish on the daily chart. We got one trend line on here. One trend line. So Solana weekly chart, right? What a move. Came all the way back up, right? Came all the way back up. So this is a high over here, reverse candle. Possible lower high, was not. Was a lower low. Could be a lower high. Broke back down with the sell signal. Still below the trending dots over here. Probably could see a bigger retracement over here on Solana. This is a massive move up over here from $21. That is a massive move, right? So you would expect some sort of a pullback, possibly sub $60, possibly sub $40, maybe sub $30 would be crazy. Yes, this I will not be deleting this live stream. Ooh, breaking news. Bitcoin hits $60,000. Woo! Moon time. So it's possible we see some sort of a bigger correction on Solana over here. 60, 50. Yeah, I can see that. Let's see. MACD bearish crossover. Bearish divergence over here, right? Bearish divergence, possible lower high. And what about the 2-week chart? What's happening on the 2-week chart? 2-week chart had an RSI sell signal, MACD bearish crossover, late to the party. No actual sell signal quite yet. Has not had an RSI sell signal since May 2022. Had a buy signal back here, January 2023, and had a candle close below the trailing dots for the first time since September 2023. So that's Solana. What else? Sand 2-week chart. Still bearish. Daily chart though. Had an RSI buy signal, right? Had an RSI buy signal. Bullish divergence, possible to see a bounce, right? Possible to see a bounce on some of these altcoins. How high, we don't know. Probably have to draw some targets. But you got the 200-week moving average here on near, right? So could be seeing a bounce possibly in the near future in some of these altcoins, pointing out bullish divergence on Filecoin, pending MACD bullish crossover, Mana getting back above the trending dots, bullish divergence. right? Bullish divergence on Mana, Algo, ADA, DOT, AVAX, Chainlink, FET, Fetch.ai, Rari, right? So could see a bounce in the near future on some of these. So that's what we're kind of looking at altcoins. Let's keep going. I don't want to spend an hour and a half today. I got a lot of stuff going on today. A lot. And I gotta get my workout in too. Woo-wee. Got a lot to do. Indices, NASDAQ, right? NASDAQ daily chart back above the trailing dots. We talked about this. We covered it. Even back here, we covered it. We said could be looking for that was based off of like the 1 hour time frame. Could be looking for some sort of bounce and retracement and maybe a double, like some sort of double top, maybe some sort of lower high where it comes all the way back up, right? Maybe it's something like, comes down, back up, right? And then who knows after that? Maybe something like that plays out. Maybe comes all the way back up, puts in a lower high. Maybe it comes all the way back up, puts in a double top. It's possible. So we'll see how it plays out. If the weekly chart is still bearish and underneath the trending dots, right? Just be aware of that. It could be putting in a lower high over multiple weeks and or a month. You can see going to the end of August, maybe into September, get everyone back bullish, right? Get everyone back in the bullish territory, and then we'll see what happens after that. So we'll find out. And of course, maybe it flips right back around and goes to the moon, right? I think that's a lower probability because we are below the trending dots on the weekly chart. And there's a lot of reasons why we could be going lower. But as we say, there was profit taking, was getting oversold. You can see the blue candle. And then now we're back above the trending dots. And sometime, oh, there we go. Look at the camera that does not exist up there. So if it is bearish on the weekly chart, which it is currently right now, we don't know what's going to happen. Then any type of if you're buying that rip, if you're buying that dip, you better sell that rip, right? Not financial advice. So we'll see. That's the NASDAQ, SP 500, right? Map this out at the bottom, right? Map this out, expecting, let's see, that gap was filled from over here. We don't need that on anymore. Expecting bounces along the way. So even all the way back here, we're expecting bounces along the way. Could it go much higher? Absolutely. It could. It could go much higher. And maybe that was it. Maybe that was it for the correction. We'll see. I'm not sold on it yet. The weekly chart is still below the trending dots. We talked about coming all the way back up to the trending dots, possibly, or even higher. Putting in that lower high on the weekly chart, which we do not have yet. So you got the bearish divergence followed by a reverse candle. Price comes all the way down, battles all the way back up, puts in a lower high, right? Wherever that is, puts in a lower high over multiple weeks, and then possibly roll back over, right? And so that would look like something like that, right? So however it plays out, I'm gonna take that off. If it's going to put in a lower high, and that is the higher probability, that price is going to go much lower over there. So we'll see how it plays out. Weekly chart is still currently bullish-ish, but below the trending dot. So something to be aware of. Dow Jones, Russell, DXY breaking down. Jesse, the dollar is breaking down. I get these comments a lot. Assets should be pumping. Well, it's not one for one, each chart individually. Remember, the one example I always, here we go. Hold on, time out. The one example, there we go. It's not there, it's here. Oh my gosh. The one example I always give is the dollar weekly chart, June 2021 through November 2021. Bitcoin, NASDAQ, and the dollar all pumped hard from June 2021 to November 2021. So they could pump at the same time and they could dump at the same time. So, it's, you hear all the narratives, you hear all the news, but if you look at the charts and you stick to the charts, you can see that it's not one for one, 100% correlated all the time, right? So just be aware of that. That's what I'm trying to say. What else? Oh, Magnificent Seven. Where are we at? Oh, we're already 41 minutes in. So NVIDIA, right? Oh, goodness. We got a lot of drawings over here, a lot of them. We talked about it. We covered it. Down here, would there be some profit taking, right? Would there be some profit taking? Would price pump all the way back up here, right? Would price put in a lower high? This gap was filled over here, but there's still a gap over here at 122. We talked about it. We covered it. We have a pending buy signal. It's possible comes all the way back up here like that, which would still be under. No, that would be above the trending dots, but could put in a lower high at some point. Was this a lower high? We'll put in another lower high. We don't know, but that's what we've been pointing out. We have been talking about it. You can go back to past live streams over there and expect bounces along the way. It's not up only forever, and it's certainly not down only forever. So, but catching a nice bounce today at 5%. So, you are holding up here. The market gives you a chance to get out. The market gives you a chance to get out. The market gives you a chance to get out. Then you're stuck being a forced hodler. The market probably won't give you as good of a chance to get out if it's going to remain rolling over. We don't know if it will or not. Fill this gap over here nicely at $96. We'll leave that one on. Still got this gap up here. So we'll see what happens. Meta coming all the way back up, right? Weekly chart. Will it put in a lower high? We don't know. It is currently bullish, though. Amazon will fill this gap over here, possibly. It was getting oversold. Fill this gap down here. Profit taking down here. Microsoft, similar thoughts. Tesla, they're catching bounces, right? This gap was filled. Small gap, but the gap was filled nonetheless. This gap has not been filled. I don't know why that one's green. It's yellow, right? And there you go. Has not been filled over here. This gap is still open over here. Which gap gets filled first? 245 or 147? Woo! I don't know. We got a lot of did find support. No, it did not. That's a new trend line, Jesse. Nice try. Make sure we're not on log. Oh, we're on log. This whole time. Trying to regain this upward trend line, right? So we'll see. Just trying to clean it up over here. Apple. We talked about it down here. Expecting bounces along the way. Has filled that gap. There is this tiny gap at 232. There's a big gap at 173. So we'll see how it plays out. Of course, this could go much higher, right? Could go much higher. So we did that back here. It wasn't oversold, but it was very close to being oversold. and then maybe even flash that for a brief moment. But definitely some profit taking over here. Massive move down, catching a bounce over here. The weekly chart, still bullish as of right now, right? So reverse back around. We'll see if it puts in a lower high or not. We'll see. We don't know. Google got a gap down here still. Created a new gap up here. 183, 144. Which gap gets filled first? We don't know. Maybe none of them. Maybe no gap ever gets filled ever again. We don't know. Highly unlikely, right? Hut still bearish on the daily chart. Bitfarm still currently bearish on the daily chart, but battling the trending dots. Could be catching a bounce in the near future. Maybe this was a higher low. Marathon Digital, CLSK, Iris Energy, We're Gonna Make It, Cypher Mining, MIGI, right? It pumps hard and it dumps hard. We talked about it yesterday, so it's not that I missed it. I just chose not to. But there was a pending buy signal yesterday, and then it became a buy signal, and it's pumping over there. I just like I said, there we go. Just like I said, Tesla John, we did have a pending buy signal yesterday, but I just have too many irons in the fire to manage on my own trades. I have to do that first and foremost. That's what, you know, that's the bread and butter, right? So the Discord's still in hobby mode, right? The Discord, yes, it brings in money, but not like the swing trading. And probably not on the newest and greatest, right? Probably it won't outperform that either. So in the very near future, we don't know. We don't know. So with that, it's still, I do my best. I do my best in the Discord, but it's still in hobby mode. It's still not nowhere even close to the number one moneymaker. So what is it right now? It's currently third on my list of money making, the Discord. But hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All of that, not all of it. A lot of that money I've reinvested back into development, back into tools for the snipers, whether that is Sharpshooter Kinos 3.1, whether that is the Sharpshooter RSI 2.0, whether that is version 1 of the dashboard that's on hold right now, whether that was bot alerts that I had going on, and new development stuff that I'm not talking about. I give hints here, there. I know, the suspense, right? But so I reinvest a lot of that money back in. So there we go. MIGI up 9%. Did have a buy signal yesterday. Weekly chart. Pending buy signal over here, right? Pending buy signal on the weekly chart. Is it too late? I don't know. I might have to get back in. I don't know, on the stock. If I get back in, it won't be. You can't do options on MIGI anyways, or the last time I checked. But that's still a lot of potential. That is a lot of potential over there. Woo-wee. Yeah, I might have to rethink my whole thought process over there. Buy signal yesterday is basically very similar to where it was on the buy signal on the daily chart. So I don't feel like it's chasing right now. Be aware that the trending dots are down here at $1.18. So it did spike up to 245, did come all the way back down to 182, somewhere in between. So I don't know. I might have to. Riot, Hive, Veritone, Lemonade, maybe finally going to catch a bounce over there on Lemonade, right? Break back out of that downward trend line. Upstart, we ultra bullish on the daily chart. bullish on the weekly chart. Gappy gap gap. Gappy gap gap. Labu. Some of these look like they could start pumping. PayPal. Where are we at on PayPal? I haven't even looked today. Come on, PayPal. Come on, PayPal. Let's go, PayPal. Let's do this, PayPal. Come on, come on, come on. Bullish on the weekly chart. Got a gap at $72, not filled since July 2023. Gap at 107 has been left open since April 2022 and has not retested the 200-week moving average since January 2022. To say it's overdue is an understatement, and away we go, right? So as PayPal, Square, we talked about it. This daily chart was starting to get back above the trending dots, was breaking out of the downward trend line. Square has got a pending buy signal on the daily chart. Breaking news. What else? I think I'm going to call it there. So we're going to circle back, do a couple chart requests, and then we'll go from there. Let's see what else. Yep, just covered some. XOM, ExxonMobil. I know I have it on here. I think somewhere. Let's see. Oh, maybe I haven't looked at it in a while. Yeah, chop. I don't like it when I don't like trading an asset, Martina, when it's choppy. I prefer when it's trending hard, right? Up or down. But when it's just choppy, just, yeah. But it is bullish on the daily chart. The last buy signal was over here, 115-ish. Weekly chart is still bullish as of right now. These are old. I haven't looked at it in a long time. Those are old targets. Only hit 2 of the 4 targets to the downside. Never retested the 200-week moving average. Came all the way back up. Made a new higher high, higher low. Still bullish on the weekly chart as well. 2-week chart. Goodness, that's a really old one. 2-week chart still currently bullish. Monthly chart still bullish. Right? So that's about it. That is about it over here. Still an uptrend. So there you go. Not much really else to add over there. Gold still bullish. Gold is still bullish. Where's the I see futures. I saw futures. What else? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Got it. Come back up and hit this longer term target. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, not test it 4 times, but 5 times, right? 5 times. So let's see. MACD bullish crossover. Still bullish on the daily chart. Weekly chart is still bullish. I don't need the MACD on there. Possible bearish divergence, but still bullish overall on the daily chart. Here, let's redraw this. Let's redraw it. There we go. It's still an uptrend, right? Still in an uptrend. So that's the weekly chart. Still in an uptrend overall. That is the weekly chart over there. I got lazy on higher targets, right? 2-week chart still bullish. Monthly chart still ultra bullish. Oh, that's what it was. Good old something like that, right? That's gold. Ultra bullish on the monthly chart, bullish on the 2-week chart, bullish on the weekly chart, bullish on the daily chart. You get the drift. For how long, we don't know. But it is starting to go parabolic. We don't know how long it'll go for, right? There you go. There you go. Yep, covered it. Good morning. Lululemon for a bounce. What's the ticker symbol? Doc, you got it. Ticker symbol Lulu. Monthly chart. Although I do like their clothes. I'm wearing this is a Lululemon shirt, by the way. This is a Lululemon shirt. I've had this shirt. Yeah, I know. It's like $100 or whatever it is. I've had this shirt like 10 years. I love it. I wear it running all the time. It's too hot to wear it right now, but I wear this shirt a lot, whether it's hiking, running, whatever, when it's colder out, right? This shirt has lasted me 10 years. I've probably worn it once every week or 2 weeks for like 10 years. That's how much I love this shirt. Yes, I have a lot more Lululemon shirts, but they last forever. So, yes, it's more expensive, but they feel good. They last long, and maybe not the most recent Lululemon purchases that I've had. The material doesn't feel as good as this material from 10 years ago. Was it 10 years ago? I don't know. I think it was 10 years ago, right? I think it was, yeah, 10 years ago. I've had this shirt 10 years. 10 years. Can you imagine? Yeah, the newest Lululemon stuff. If you're watching this, I know you're not. I'm not sponsored by Lululemon whatsoever. Your material does not feel as good as this shirt did from 10 years ago or still today. So just want to point that out. So probably also doesn't last as long as it once did. But this old material and or original material or OG material, whatever, lasts a long time and it's worth every penny, right? Every penny. So there we are. Lululemon monthly chart does not look great. It's bearish as of right now. 2-week chart oversold, well below the 200-week moving average, well below the trailing dots. So, like you said, for a bounce, maybe. The higher time frames looks like it's catching a falling knife. I like higher probability reversals. The weekly chart also ultra bearish, below the trailing dots. The daily chart, I don't love. Yes, you could see a bounce, right? It's possible you see a bounce, but you got a gap up here, 469. It's catching, as of right now, it's catching a falling knife, and I don't like catching falling knives. Yes, starting to get near. I would be expecting any bounces to be sold off, right? Could the bottom be in? Sure. Is it guessing? Yes. Yes. I'm looking at both. So yeah, I'm expecting bounces to get sold off, just like this bounce was sold off. This bounce sold off. This bounce sold off. So I'd expect that while the higher time frames are still bearish, right? So there you go. There you go. There you go. It's not for me. I'm probably not interested in that. Sure. Airbnb. Ooh, we're at 59 minutes. We're gonna have to wrap it up here. I can spend too much more time. What is it? Oops. I should know this one. We had an Airbnb. We had a successful Airbnb cabin up in the mountains, but we sold it. Yeah. See thoughts to Lululemon, right? Oh, pending sell signal on the weekly chart, right? Bearish. Could catch a bounce, but talked about it back here. Someone must have had me take a look at it. started to break back down, put in a lower high, and then boom, sold off, right? Sold off. So yeah, it's catching a falling knife right now. Could catch a bounce, right? It's pretty far extended away. But yeah, bearish overall. Sure. Sure. And then I think we're gonna call it there because of yeah, we already covered Riot briefly. Martina, you got it. Doc, you got it. This is probably gonna be the last one though. We're already at an hour. So gala, right? Bearish has not made a lower low yet. So it's possible those targets still get hit. Maybe. I don't know. 2-week chart is bearish. The weekly chart is bearish. The daily chart is bearish, right? So has not made a lower low yet. If it does, none of those targets are valid anymore, right? So it pumped hard to 8 cents and it dumped hard. That was a massive move to the upside from the buy signal all the way to top wick, 250% move, followed by wick to wick over here, minus 86%. That is brutal. Brutal. Dang. So that's the daily chart over there. Maybe that was sold off, right? Maybe there'll be a bounce. Maybe. Bullish divergence could remain diverged. Bullish divergence, maybe a bounce up to like 2.8 cents or something. I don't know. That's kind of what we're seeing right there on Gala. You got it. 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 All right. Thanks, everyone. Thank you for smashing the like button. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for reposting. Thank you for following me on the Twitter X app. I appreciate it. Helping me, help you, help me sniper the markets together every single day. The live stream is going when the market is open to the best of our ability. So with that, hope you have a good rest of your day. Taco Tuesday. Woo-wee. Taco Tuesday. There we go. All right. Have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you on the next live stream over there. Martina, see you tomorrow.